Hi, I'm Ellie. We have a relationship with everything in our lives, and it's beautiful to have a relationship with your emotions. And I wanted to talk about anger in this video. I've been feeling anger's been coming to visit me over the last couple days, and it's not a familiar. Of course, it's familiar, but it's not it doesn't come to meet me often. Anger, and so I know when anger comes to really pay attention. And anger, to me, anger is like, I see it as like a fire. It's fire energy. It's beautiful, can be beautiful, protective energy. It can bring courage. It can give you the courage, the fire to make change, to protect yourself or others. And it also can be destructive, just like fire. And it's a very uncomfortable sensation, anger, when we feel it in the body, when we feel it. For me, it's, I think, the most uncomfortable energy, emotion that I feel, actually. And when we feel anger, that's usually, there's usually always another emotion, energy underneath that. In fact, anger is a higher frequency than powerlessness, despair, for example. So if we are in powerless and despair, we can actually, by moving into anger, because if we stay in alignment with powerlessness and despair, we are in alignment for death. So because we are always attracting vibrationally, and so it's as if the spirit knows. So moving out of despair or helplessness into anger can save our lives. And where is it going with that? I'm so exhausted. I wasn't even going to make a video today. It makes a lot of sense why, but yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay, let's get back. So there's always an energy, emotion under anger. And anger becomes destructive without clarity. And so it becomes destructive when we are not conscious. And so this is why meditation, I know when people hear that, it's like, so it can sound boring. It's not. It's the funnest thing ever. I could just bliss out in meditation. Yeah, it's blissful. But when we meditate or we do mindfulness practices, learn how to disidentify with the thinking mind, when we know that we are not our thoughts, we are not our emotions, and we connect to that space between the thoughts, we create a space between what is happening. The response in our nervous system will go off, and there'll be a space where we can respond instead of react. We have a space to be curious, to question what is happening here, what needs my attention. And this space that we create through connecting to consciousness, through quieting the mind, disidentifying with the thinking mind and the emotions, knowing that they are not us, it allows us to have choice. It allows us to know thyself, because when anger arises, it's always for a reason. It's always something we feel, and the feeling is real, but this is not always real. We always feel that our boundaries are being crossed, or that there's danger. We have been disrespected. There's betrayal. That feeling is real, but that might be a projection. It might be a projection of our history, of our past. If you are a man standing in front of a woman, you are looking at that woman through a lens of the subtotal of your relationships with women, until you are conscious of that, and you become aware through connecting to consciousness, which is what is illusion and what is truth. Again, so consciousness brings us to truth, awareness. And so we can come to find out, anger arose in me today, like I said, the last couple days, and I asked it. This is how at the beginning I said, so we can have a relationship with our emotions. So because I know emotions are information and they are my nervous system, my subconscious responding to my environment, and this is all information. And so I've learned to, I love my emotions. Like, I will send them love. Thank you, anger. Like, what do you have to tell me? What is it you are seeing that I need protection from right now? And I become curious, and we will come to know when we do that, when we meet anger or any emotion in the body, we become present with it fully, we feel it, and we either have a quiet mind because we have practiced, or even when we have practiced, thoughts can come in, but we're not attaching to them, and so they float by. So we can come to meet ourselves, and then with this quiet mind, we get information, the wisdom comes in. This is what I need you. In my case, it's a demand. It's like my nervous system demanding that I protect myself from a situation that I can see in my little field, my little energy field. And so it's just calling for me to stand up for myself, and for me to know my own worth and my own value, and to not accept people or relationships that are not walking with me towards my highest good. And so that is what that anger is telling me. And so when we develop a relationship with our emotions, and we start to realize that they are our guide, they are the map, they are telling us what is within us, what is not working with this experience, what needs to change, what don't I want, what do I want. That all the answers are in there. But we have to connect to consciousness, open as consciousness. And so it's really beautiful. And so with anger, I love this too, because Ram Dass, my favorite spiritual teacher, his guru, Marara Harji, I cannot say, forgive me, his name, Marara Harji, that he said, just let go of anger. And so I believe that once you're conscious, you're pretty conscious, and you have created that space between you and your thoughts and your emotions. When you get to that point, when anger arises, when you ask it, what are you trying to tell me? Okay, you get the information. Now we can actually let it go. Meaning, like, we don't have to feed it. The sensation may stay there, but there's no thought. And we can feel it, and we can just let it go, and we can open up to love. That's what I was doing today, just being with the sensation. I already had spoken to the anger. I understand it. I will protect myself. So you can say, thank you, anger, thank you. And also we can tell through that process, are we projecting onto others? And so not in the moment of anger, you won't have time to do that. In the moment of anger is like a fire. It rises fast, quick, it sparks. And so the more and more we practice opening as consciousness through meditation or mindfulness, the larger that space becomes. So at first you just have like a second to realize I'm triggered. And you might be able to use your breath and ground in. And as you continue on that journey of opening as consciousness, you will have a permanent space. You will get to a place where you have space. You are the space because you're open as consciousness. And so now there is that space between you and your emotions and your thoughts. You have gnosis that you are not your thoughts and your emotions. This is energy. And that you are experiencing. And so from this place you relax into the emotions. It's not I think of it as like, okay, we're in this soup of consciousness, right? Because that's really what it is. And it's the ebb and flow, and it's like, okay, I'm experiencing this now, okay, and this now, and it really truly does become much, much, much lighter. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful to practice opening as consciousness, opening as love, and developing a relationship with our emotions, in which we don't battle them, resist them, but we work with them and we learn from them and we grow and change more towards our highest good because of them. So powerful. Okay, well, it was so nice being here with you. If you like this video, I'd love it. If you would like it, support me by subscribing. Help me to light up the place with you. And speak to me in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.